Hey guys, Luke here. Welcome back to another podcast. Man, my Twitter feed has just been lit up today with so much happening in the tech world. It's obviously hard to talk about all of it in a short podcast, but I want to talk to you guys about the updates with Beeper Mini. There's both some good updates and some not so good. Lots of back and forth conversations. It's all happening. It's very interesting to watch and to talk about. Also, there's been some updates to tvOS, and I want to share my thoughts on that. I haven't actually been an Apple TV user for a very long time. I actually just recently got the 4K Apple TV, and it's a really great device, way better than I thought it was going to be. I want to talk to you guys about the update. I think it's a very important update. So we'll jump in and we'll chat about that as well. But yeah, look, we have to talk about Beeper and specifically Beeper Mini. What's happening there? So let's jump in, guys, and we'll chat a little bit further about it. All right, so guys, if you haven't listened to the previous couple of podcasts, I'll just do a 30-second recap of what's happened with Beeper Mini. So about just over a week ago, Beeper Mini released an app that allowed you to set up iMessage on an Android device, and you didn't have to sign into your Apple account. They used an activation process that I don't really know how you would say it. They made your Android device look like an iPhone, and it would register as an iPhone so that you could start sending iMessage, blue bubbles back and forward with anyone on an iPhone. That opened up all the iMessage capabilities, the option to join group chats, the ability to send large files, photos and videos, to send reactions, to see when people are typing, and just all of the general goodness that comes with iMessage. And it worked for a couple of days. It was all good. Apple quickly squashed it and just released a statement saying that they were worried about the privacy of their users. And so basically the app originally was $2 a month to use. And now Beeper has released an update in the last 24 hours that you can now, again, use Beeper Mini. They've taken away the monthly charge. There's no longer a charge to use it. However, the activation using your mobile phone number no longer works. You have to sign into your Apple ID. As part of that process, Beeper makes it very clear it is end-to-end encrypted. They are not storing your information anywhere. The actual sign-in is done locally, and all of your sign-in data is stored locally on your device. So today I set up a new Apple ID just to test it out. I was just curious to see how good it was, whether it was working properly, etc. So set up a new Apple ID, and sure enough, it works. You can send iMessages to iPhone users, and you can do that via email. What will happen if you receive a message and there's that disconnect, like somebody doesn't have your email address saved in your contact on their iPhone, and they start texting you to your mobile number, you'll just receive that as a normal SMS. So it'll just be a green bubble. As soon as they add your email address to your account or to your contact card, that's when iMessage will start working normally. So a little bit convoluted, but it is working. I've tested it this morning. Everything that was working previously is definitely still working normally. That's obviously good news. Bad news is you can't set it up seamlessly using your phone number. And again, Apple were very clear that they don't want that happening, just to make sure that they protect the privacy of their users. Now, there's a bit of a heated debate going on Twitter. A lot of well-known and respected tech enthusiasts and tech influencers have stated their opinion about it. You've got people saying that, even like politicians and all kinds of things getting involved. It's really interesting to watch it unfold. Here's the thing, guys. Like, it definitely works right now, and it is encrypted. And the CEO of Beeper, he was just saying, he wasn't trying to like essentially steal iMessage or anything like that. He just wants to have safer, more secure conversations with his friends and family on iMessage. Makes sense. Really, I personally think that the true solution here is RCS support from Apple, which we know is coming. I would say it's probably going to be early 2024, maybe like iOS 17.3 or 17.4 update or something like that. There's far more that you can do. You can send bigger files. It's just going to be a much better option moving forward. So yeah, that's what's happening with Beeper. It's just a very interesting thing to watch unfold. Some people just get so like heated about these things. I think really at the end of the day, it's just we want to just have a more open system between Android and iPhone. And yeah, I guess the EU's kind of forced Apple's hand with RCS. So right now, probably the best solution is kind of that Beeper Mini, because it does kind of bridge the gap between Android and iPhone users. A lot of people like just, if you want iMessage, just go and buy an iPhone. And that too is a legitimate argument as well. So yeah, interesting, guys. I'll leave a poll. I love hearing what people's thoughts are on this. I think it's quite interesting. So, let's have a chat about Apple TV OS. There's an update. I really like it, and I want to talk to you guys about the changes and see what your thoughts are on it as well. I'm going to talk to you about something that's annoyed me a lot lately with another streaming service. Let's jump in, guys. Let's talk about Apple TV OS. All right, guys. So at my house at the moment, I have the Apple TV set up in our larger living space. I have a Fire Stick set up in our sort of front lounge room area. And then I have like a gym, and I've got a TV set up in the gym. And that one, I've got the Roku connected, and I've also got a Chromecast connected to that. So I've kind of used a variety of streaming services and streaming sticks, I guess you would say, over the last few years, and they're all good. They, don't get me wrong, they all do a really great job. I really like certain things about each individual streaming stick, but recently I went back to Apple TV, and I had the Apple TV 2, and because there was limitations, you couldn't update software and whatever else, like it kind of just became too out of date, and I couldn't do certain things on it and get streaming services that I really wanted to use with that device. Anyway, one came up quite cheap on eBay, and I picked it up and got it and set it all up, and I've been using it pretty much most days. And there's some things I absolutely love about the Apple TV, and one of those is the ability to quickly swap to AirPods. So if you've got AirPods in and you're watching something on your phone or your laptop, and then you turn the TV on, you can automatically swap across to listening through your AirPods on the Apple TV. So super cool. I love that. It's so seamless, and it just makes sense. And having spatial audio gives you that real like three-dimensional sound. It's truly impressive. They've done a great job of that. However, today I just wanted to mention some of the changes that have just rolled out to the new TV OS. So when you do the update, mine took only a couple of minutes. Once it updated, you're greeted with a new home screen. And I really like it because it kind of like picks content that it knows you're interested in and content similar to what you've already been watching. It's really good. Like you kind of get like a bit of a slideshow at the top, and it'll show you various shows and movies that are relevant to your kind of history. So recently I've been watching Monarch, which is the new like Godzilla TV show, which is only through Apple subscribers, like Apple TV Plus, and really great show. And it kind of showed me similar content that it knew I would like, and basically to see a preview and to watch like the preview to the series or the movie, you just push up on the remote and it will start playing that. What's cool is if you push down, the sound will pause, but the actual video continues to play, so you can keep watching it without sound. I thought that was quite neat. You can now also add a VPN to your Apple TV. So ExpressVPN is the first one to roll this out. I'm almost certain that all the other ones will do the same thing, but it means if there's content that's region locked and there's a show that you desperately want to watch from another location, you can now set up a VPN, turn it on, and you use your Apple TV without any other workarounds. It's seamless and it's very, very simple to use. I love that Apple has done that. It definitely adds a lot of, what would you say, a lot of power to the Apple TV OS. And you can do that. You can definitely do that with a Fire Stick and stuff as well. But I just really like Apple's integration and the way they've done it. I think it's just very seamless and it definitely works. Just as I was mentioning before, the AirPods integrate extremely well with the Apple TV. And one thing I noticed today is when you're moving from the left side of the screen and you're moving through like apps, or you're moving through episodes on the screen, you can actually hear the cursor moved from the left earbud to the right earbud. That's really cool. So it's kind of like, you're clicking across and you can hear it go from the left hand into the middle and then across to the right. So it's just like a really cool way to see where you are inside the menu system. I think that's been around a little bit longer than the current OS, but you notice these things every other day when you're sort of just tinkering and watching different shows. So I love that Apple continues to push updates and make tvOS better. The app has also made a bit of an update as well. So if you use the app on your phone, you'll notice there's some minor changes to the UI as well. One thing I should mention too is there seems to be some really, really cheap bundles happening at the moment. I picked up the Matrix trilogy and I picked it up for $14.99, so $5 per movie, and it's in Ultra HD. It looks amazing. I picked up a couple of other old school movies, all $5 each. So really great way to buy movies that you love and have them forever on your Apple TV. And the thing is, they're the cheapest I've ever seen a movie that you can purchase. I'm sure you can get them through Amazon and stuff, but yeah, for whatever reason, that's the cheapest I've ever seen bundles like The Matrix, and there's like Back to the Future and a few other ones at really, really cheap prices. So if you're looking for your favorite movie bundles, jump onto Apple and have a quick look, because I was very surprised at the actual pricing of those. All right, guys, that's it for today. I'll keep you updated with all the Beeper Mini stuff. I'm sure there'll be more and more updates. But yeah, have a great week, guys, and we'll chat tomorrow.